Getting ahead of 99% of people in your 20s is simpler than you would think, but more dangerous than you probably want to admit. I've worked with and spoken to hundreds of founders making $0 per month to the ones making over $100,000 per month. And I kept seeing the same pattern. The people who get ahead faster are not always smarter. They are usually just always willing to do the counterintuitive things most people are avoiding. And when I actually applied these counterintuitive things I saw them doing, things that used to take me months to achieve started taking me weeks to achieve. By the end of this video, you will know the habits that are keeping you stuck, and you will know the 3 things you can do right now to get ahead of almost everyone else in your 20s. The first one is high agency. When I talk to lots of successful founders, I realized that most of them, in fact, all of them have high agency and they are decisive. What they broke is always seek validation from others before taking action. I remember my second year in uni, there was this very important course I need to register, and the course is 18,000 naira to register. And that's the only money in my account at that time. I was working fast, sweating to register the course because that day is the deadline. While I was going, I was listening to Alex Omozi, and there was this thing he said. I know I'm going to butcher it. Anyway, it goes like, are you playing your own game or you are playing the game of someone else? Because if you are playing the game of someone else, you will never win. When I heard that, I stopped at the spot, then turned back, went back to my hostel, pulled out my debit card and used the 18,000 naira to buy a domain name and started my agency. Here I am today, raise money for my startup, building a business that I believe is going to change the way Africans run ads online. I'm not saying this to brag. No, am I saying that I'm the most successful 20-year-old? All I'm saying is that because of that one single high agency decision I made, I'm ahead of most 20-year-olds right now. And when I tell people about this, they feel motivated. They're like, oh, okay, I should burn the boat, take the risk, and do the crazy stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Because me dropping out from school was not like, oh, fuck it, and motivational decision. It was a strategic one and objectively the right decision to make. Let's double click on high agency and why you need it to succeed. It all boils down to these 3 things. 1 is context, 2 is incentive, and the 3rd one is feedback loop. For context, nobody else have the context you have in your life. Nobody knew what you ate yesterday or what kept you up at night or your intrusive thoughts or what sparks your curiosity. Only you know that. So someone else can really make the right decision for you because they are making the decision of the wrong data. Now, even if you try to tell them everything, show them everything about your life, they still cannot see everything. They still cannot see inside your head. They still cannot know what moves you. So you want to make decisions yourself because you are the only person that have all the context you need to make your decision. Then number 2 is incentive. Your mom loves you, of course, but she'd rather want you to be a doctor because it's way cooler for her to tell her friends that, hey, my son is a doctor, he does XYZ, than to say my son runs around with camera for a living. Then 3 is feedback loop. You need fast feedback loop to make decisions, and fast feedback loop gets destroyed when someone is in the loop. When you notice something, you have to take what you notice, push it back to the person, have the person review it, then tell you what to do, then make the decision. Like, it's just messy. This is not just about your personal life, even in business and other things. If you notice, most of the startups nowadays, the most profitable ones are very few people. Like sometimes even 1 person, sometimes 4 person, 5 person, 10 person, unlike before where there are hundreds of people. Because business owners, entrepreneurs are starting to realize that the more people you have in the machine, in the loop, or the more points they have, the higher likelihood of the whole machine to break. And you want to think about your life or your decision-making mechanism as a machine tool. So you want to reduce the number of people or the number of things you have to consult to make decisions because of the feedback loop. High agency is not about fuck it and do it or some motivational shit. It's tactically and objectively the right thing to do if you want to get ahead in your 20s. But some people have high agency and still make stupid decisions. I'm sure you know of that guy who is intelligent, stubborn, high agency, but still a loser. The reason is because it's missing one thing. And if you are missing this thing, it's better off to just be a sheep, just follow the head and do what you are told. The mistake is they are killing their internal feedback loop. That brings us to 2, never ever judge your emotions or your feeling. Let me tell you a story. There's this guy, Elliot, very smart, high IQ guy, successful guy, have a good career, family, kids, everything, except he had regular headaches, bad ones. So because of this headache, he went to the doctor, and the doctor realized that he had tumor in his head. So they cut out the tumor, he went home, and everything was fine, back to normal. After a couple of weeks, things start to fall apart. Work and decisions that used to take him minutes to make started taking him hours. He misses investors meeting to go buy stapler. His co-workers covered for him at first, but they couldn't anymore because it was just too much. He ended up getting fired. And home isn't even better because he will miss his family's meeting and just watch TV instead. His family thought, okay, something was wrong. Then they took him back to the doctor. The doctors did all the tests they could on him. They did IQ test, cognitive test, and the guy was completely fine. IQ intact, everything intact, cognition intact. They did psychological test on him. They said that it's fine. It's not depressed. It's not anxious. It's just okay. Then what's the issue? One day, someone shows him photos of born victims, war crimes, starving kids, the kind of images that will break most people. Elias looked at them and felt nothing. Even he acknowledged that he should feel something, like this is weird, but he felt nothing. That's when they found the problem. The surgery have wiped off his ability to fail. No fear, no disgust, no pull towards one decision or another. It just sees everything as equal, simply because he doesn't have emotions. To Elliot, losing $1 million is the same thing as doing the dishes. A man who is perfectly fine with high IQ, high cognition, lost his family, job, everything simply because he lost his feeling, he lost his emotions. So many media we consume today tell us that to be strong or to achieve your goals, you have to remove your emotions and not feel. But from that story, we have realized that your emotions is extremely important for two reasons. The first one is further research have let us know that your emotions is extremely important and half your intelligence and decision-making mechanism is based on your emotions. So get rid of it and you get rid of your intelligence, literally. So most people get this wrong. Your emotions is mixed with signals and noise. Some of your emotions are real information you can act upon, while others are just noise. So your job is never to throw out or judge your feelings. Your job is to take them in, analyze it, look at the one that is information and look at the one that is noise. Then act on the ones that are information to change your actions, and the ones that are noise, maybe based on your insecurity, your ego, or other things like that. Just look at them, analyze them to understand yourself, to understand who you are. So you never throw them away. Even the noise are extremely important because you can analyze them and be like, okay, I'm getting these noisy emotions because I'm like this, because I feel this way, because I have this insecurity. On insecurity, I have this concept I've never talked about because I know it's going to make some people real mad, but I stand by it. And that brings us to 3, utilizing your insecurity and your ego to win. The self-help world will tell you to heal, kill your ego, fix your insecurity, get a cure, then build stuff. But that's very wrong and it's backward. That's the reason many people get healed and they have nothing. Now, we need to talk about this before I move forward. You might be like, well, best if I'm fine, if I'm happy, why should I achieve anything? But if you are more successful, you are more attractive, you are more intelligent, your life is literally better because the world objectively judge you and see you differently when you have more resources and when you are more powerful. So if you want to be a good person, you want to be a better person, or you think you are a moral person, it's your moral responsibility to be rich, powerful, intelligent, because it can make you do more good. With that said, let's continue. Think about where you actually want to get ahead badly. Some parts of you is because you are feeling behind, and feeling behind is highly tied with ego and insecurity. By the way, insecurity and ego are just the same thing. Insecurity is just inward, feeling like, oh, I'm not good enough. Then ego is like, oh, I'm better than everybody. It's just the same thing, just flipped. The feeling of ego or insecurity is unpleasant to carry. I'm not saying it's a good feeling, but it's the exact thing that is pushing you, and you need it to grow faster, to get ahead faster, because it's uncomfortable. So keep your insecurity, keep your ego, point it out, work, and once you are ahead and you have achieved some things, then you can get a therapist, do whatever you want to fix it. I promised you 3 things, but there's one bonus I want to add because I feel like it's extremely important. And the most successful people I know, mentors, clients, they really know how to do this about their emotions and about things generally in their life. So they don't really see emotions or things, not just emotions, things generally as good, bad, or moral, immoral, or ethical or unethical. They see things as, does this take me towards my goal or does this drag me back? If it takes them towards their goal, then it's good. They do more of it. And if it takes them back from their goal, they do less of it. They don't think about anything else. They are just streamlined. And of course, that could be unhealthy or that could be evil. But if you want to get ahead, you have to do some things. That's the reason that's what this video is. The dangerous ways to get ahead in your 20s. I'm not saying you should live your life like this till you die. I mean, you can do it. That's your choice. But what I'm saying is that if you want to get ahead in your 20s, these are some of the things I've seen and I've done myself that made me grow so much faster. I've worked with people making literally nothing per month and with people making over $100,000 per month, and some things just keep coming up over and over again. The people who are making $100,000 per month or are growing so much faster are not really that more intelligent. More often than not, they are actually less intelligent. They move ahead further and faster because they are doing few counterintuitive things most people don't know about or they are just unwilling to do. The time I started applying those things in my life, things that used to take me months to accomplish, started taking me weeks to accomplish. By the end of this video, you will know the habit keeping you back and the 3 things you need to do right now to get ahead of almost everybody else in your 20s. But let me give you an overview of what this program is all about. So the first part is the introduction, which is this video. Then we're going to talk about the 7 steps to sell a digital product. That is from market research to packaging the product in a way that people want and then selling the product. If you already have a product, I will show you how to structure the product in a way that people will actually want to buy it. You can have a very good product. If you don't structure it well, people are not going to want it. So if you don't have a product already, we'll show you how to research the product, how to create the product, and how to package the product. People will want it. So once we are done with that, we move into the trust trigger protocol, which is a 3-step layer to make people trust you immediately and buy your info product. Then after we are done with that, we move on to the next layer, which is ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, and Snapchat ads. We cover the 4 main places to run ads. All right. So you can take that your digital product and the trust trigger protocol and go to Meta ads and run the ads to get traffic, to get clients, to get customers for your digital product. Okay, so that's it. And with this mechanism, you can easily grow your digital product business to 1, 2, 3, 4 million and even more per month. It's not just about the money, it's about the consistency. You know that, okay, this week I'm going to make this money, this week I'm going to make this money. Because of that, you can have clearer headspace. You can be able to focus maybe on your family or on your business or other things. So that's really what this program is about. Thanks for watching this module, and I will see you in the next module right now.